Hello, North from North Sounds here. Today I've got Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, played using sounds from the Arturia V-Collection X. And these are mainly DX7 sounds except for one B3. And this is all performed using Gig Performer 5, which is the software that you see on screen. So Money for Nothing is made up of two song parts. I've got the intro, which is what I played in the demonstration, and the main sound. The intro part makes use of these 7 sounds in total. It starts off by playing this G minor chord, and what you hear at the moment is what I call the high fader. So it's just a high-pitched sound, and I bring in the string slowly. So these string sounds, it's the equivalent of playing the G minor like this, with the 2 G's here, the G minor chord up here. But Gig Performer has got this feature, it's called the chord maker, and you can just play the chord down here and you get that full spread of notes, which is great. On the bottom C, I've got this arpeggio, and I actually have a mute button as well if you want to start it by pressing a button. What I did was I triggered it and then I brought it in using the slider. We've got the rising synths. So on the A, this actually plays a G minor and has all the other layers as well. It also has the strings and the bass layer. If you use Aftertouch, you get that chaotic noise sound, a very digital sound. And that goes for the B as well, which is the higher version of that, the higher octave. And that's when you're going nuts with your right hand. And then we have these velocity bass sounds. So you can play your chord gently. And if you play these notes harder, it will trigger that bass. So on the right hand, we have our lead sound, and that's controlled using the first knob. And that'll respond to modulation. And how I set this up with the other keyboards is I'd have to do a transpose to be able to hit the high notes. But what I've done, I've kept the range of the accompaniment from B downwards. So it's the G minor, or the G7, G minor 7. And there's this chord. To me, that looks like a sharp major with a G sharp bass. And I also use this chord, which is the A sharp major and a D sharp. Right? And those are the chords that I used for that intro part. And the second song part that I use is simply called main. So this is the main sound for Money for Nothing, where I've got on the left side this robot sound. And on this side, we have the digital clav. What I've done with the F is it plays this high F. So I play the G7 chord. Instead of like this, I play the F down here. And using Chord Maker, I've moved this note to that note. So, and I've done that because I wanted to make room for the organ. And then when you go up to the E, it actually has this digital sound that rises as well. And then we use this. Now, if you'd like to know how I played that, I've got a few demos done on the Nord Stage 4 and the Nautilus. I'm going to leave links at the bottom of this video if you want to see them. But that's it. Those are the sounds that I used for Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, using mostly DX7 engines and one B3 from the Arturia V-Collection X. And this software that I'm using is called Gig Performer 5. If you're a live keyboard player, check it out. This is a pretty amazing piece of software. And this sound is part of the favorite covers, greatest hits, made for the Arturia V-Collection and Gig Performer. All right, we'll see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Running for nothing, chicks for free. Running for nothing. for free.